To the silver medal position, Kovac holding on. But what of this gymnast, Larisa Iordache of Romania, third strongest in qualification, 13.716. Just to confirm, Chenka Bachkoy now moves down into the bronze medal position. So we're looking at a 14.05 for gold, a 13.85 for silver, 13.65 is currently holding bronze. Her scoring qualification, 13.716. So in the mix. Yes, indeed. Oh, isn't it just wonderful to see Larisa Iordache back competing. Yesterday, the first time that she'd officially competed for 3 years. She was effectively a guest performer at the Romanian National Championships. And that's what inspired her selection for this team. Now, her landing of this in qualification was more than a touch on the unsteady side. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether this was steadier. Her execution was 8.533. There is room for a little bit of a pickup here on execution score. Yes, quite a pickup actually. 14.2, 8.8 for execution. She's gained a third of a mark or thereabouts. This second vault, the Tsukahara full, 4.8 difficulty, and her execution score was 8.7 in qualification. Going to be quite a close final here. Larisa Iordache has executed it nicely. Gymnast who has 13 European Championship medals. She won her 6th silver medal yesterday. 5 golds. Yet to be a vault champion at continental level. My word, when you see all that she has been through, not just the injury but the illness coming into this as well, you cannot help but feel the most extraordinary sense of hope for rehabilitating athletes. If she can do it, then goodness knows who else can. So, Sekai, Zvika, or excuse me, Sekai Mokashova, Zvika. And now we have Larisa Iordache. Like Mokashova, 13.566 in qualification. Starts with the Maloney transition. Kachev moves straight into the pack salto. Adds in the half turn to the Maloney, the Van Leuven. Piked Jaeger. Straight in there to her dismount. Very, very strong gymnastics from Larisa Iordache. Puts a full twist into the double tuck dismount. There is difficulty in this routine. What kind of number are we going to see? The leading mark at the moment, 13.55. We still have the top qualifier to come. So there's the Maloney transition. When the half turn is added, becoming the Van Leuven, a little more difficulty too. All of these moves, for those of you who are relatively new to the sport, they're inspired by the original Shaposhnikova skill. And as always happens, a gymnast debuts a skill and then other gymnasts come along with new ways to innovate it. 14 medals now at the European Championships, 14 and counting. What more for Larisa Iordache? She's in the bronze medal position, 13.25. So there is now separation between her. Has rocketed up from in qualification by over half a mark. Asks a lot of Larisa Iordache. 13.633 for Iordache in qualification. The best score in qualifying. But in the team final, a 14.133. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's just so assured. That whole approach of just really mark your landings on the beam. You tell the beam where your feet are, not the other way round. Super. And disguises the adjustment into a piece of choreography. European champion in 2013 on this very piece. Super work. There was a big step back as she landed, but it's a very strong performance again by Larisa Iordache. My, how good it is to see her back. It is wonderful to see her. Well, that has been a very worthwhile upgrade, or very worthwhile inquiry if the difficulty score was upgraded. We look back here at the work of Larisa Iordache, who scored a 14.133 for this in the team final. I just remind you that I'm sure many of you know she's had 3 surgeries performed on her Achilles. The latest in Austria at the end of 2018. She did say it was 50-50 as to whether she would come back, but in her own words, I didn't choose gymnastics, it chose me. Beautifully put. Yes, there's always a place for Larisa Iordache. And with this performance, there's likely to be a place somewhere on the podium. It's 14. She goes into the gold medal position. It would be the absolute icing on the cake to depart these championships with a title. Health, a medal. We'll come back to that in just a moment. That's a brilliant moment for Graz, the final performer of these European Championships. Of course, it had to be Larisa Iordache, the top qualifier with 13.433. She did have a 0.1 penalty for going out of bounds. She has twice been the European floor champion. They say that home is where the heart is. Her heart, one of the biggest, one of the toughest in the sport of gymnastics. And she is always at home at a major competition and always at home on the floor. Larisa Iordache of Romania, whatever the outcome in this particular final, this has been an incredible story. We must reflect as well on the fact that Israel has just joined Turkey in securing its first ever medal in the Women's European Artistic Gymnastics Championships. Colours to be determined after this score comes in for Iordache. Score to beat is 13.1. That is Göksu Uçtaşan. If she wins this, it would be, by my reckoning, the 55th gold medal won by Romania at the Women's European Artistic Gymnastics Championships. And by tie-breaking criteria, looking then at silver medals, it would make Romania the most successful nation of all time at the Women's European Championships, going ahead of the Soviet Union. A lot of stories, a lot of stories. And what about for her as well? Guaranteed a silver medal. Either way, this title's going to a veteran. Either way, someone here has proven that you can win things at any age. She's almost done it. She's about to discover it is a 13.05, and come along. If this isn't one of the best gymnastic stories of the year, I don't know what is. She can be bruised, but she will not break. Göksu Uçtaşan came back to this sport and won. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. There's now an inquiry that's been submitted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, the gap, as things stand, is half a tenth. Larisa Iordache had a 5.7 for difficulty in qualification. 5.2 the difficulty score here. Well, she thought for a moment that she had won the title. Whatever the outcome, it is a medal. Will it in fact be silver? Will it be another gold for her? Will it be a third European title? I hope you've stayed with us right to the very end of this broadcast, because although the competition has finished, the drama is not over. Göksu Uçtaşan had her score successfully upgraded after an inquiry. Her original score wouldn't have been good enough to beat Iordache. Is now Iordache's score after the inquiry good enough to beat her? How are you all doing there at home? Nice and calm? Good, glad to hear it. Oh, it's absolute agony, isn't it? Probably more agonising for the competitor that's in the lead. The moment of victory paused. is the moment of victory denied. Senior judges are now looking at everything in microscopic detail. Inquiries so far today have been successful. Everybody is absolutely gripped. Yes, quite rightly they're being told what you did was amazing. I think that's a really wise bit of counsel from the coach. No matter what happens, ROU Iordache gave everything she had and delivered really the performance of her career. My. Everyone is just glued to that scoreboard. Gold for her, or gold for Iordache for the second time at these European Championships. There we know it. It is the gold for Larisa Iordache. It is a second gold medal at these European Championships. 13.45.